All right, what's going on YouTube? I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm back after a long break, and today we're going to talk about chapter 1061. 1060, I'm not going to do a review to because I'm pretty sure all of you have probably already seen a review on 1060, so we're going to skip right to 1061, but 1060 was pretty crazy, but let's get right into 1061. So, we start off, and Luffy is saving Jewelry, Bonnie, and Chopper, and they get eaten by a shark. So, this is a pretty giant shark, as are, most animals in One Piece, but this shark is literally like so much larger than the Sunny, and it is about to engulf the whole thing, and they just barely dodge it, and Zoro says it's made of metal. So this is obviously a pretty advanced design. We've never seen like a metal shark in the like anywhere in the ocean before, so that's pretty cool. And it definitely means we are getting closer to something. So I guess the next island is probably like some science island type thing, and it makes sense because obviously there's like a metal shark. So we keep going. Jinbei jumps in the water to save Chopper and Luffy. Frankie takes the helm and something blows up. Frankie tries to use his propellers. They capsize, and as they are falling, they realize that the currents are just way too strong, and Jinbei realizes that steering in a ship in this condition is just going to be way too impossible. Alright, so a big metal machine punches the fuck out of this shark and it blows up, and we realize we are near G14, which is a naval base. So we are actually getting close to a scientific naval base. And we see all the children from Punk Hazard, and they look to be getting smaller, but they're still pretty huge. And it looks like they're all getting a little bit better. And we get to see a commander vice admiral. Her name is Doll, and she's saying that Helmeppo is bugging her out. And basically, Tashigi knows that Helmeppo is missing Kobe because last chapter Kobe did get abducted. So that's pretty insane. Now Helmeppo and someone named Hibari, which seems to be a member of Sword, they want to go after Kobe really badly. So we're getting to see more and more Sword members as the story goes on. And this girl looks to call Kobe senpai, so I guess Kobe is like her captain or whatever. All right, so we get to see another rear admiral. His name is Prince Gus, and he's a member of Sword. Basically Helmeppo's asking him to come to Pirate Island with them so they can save Kobe, and of course he doesn't want to do it because that's Blackbeard's territory, and he's a smart man because Blackbeard will eat them alive. They do not stand a chance. In fact, Shiryu could probably handle all of them by himself, so to be honest with you, because the vice admirals are just not that impressive. And Helmeppo says that Egghead is so close to us, why can't we deploy a Seraphim? Are you crazy? Both of you need to calm down. At that moment, we can't get a hold of Drake either. Basically, Helmeppo wants to use a Seraphim to go and help save Kobe, which makes sense because they are insanely powerful. Looking back at what we saw in chapter 1060, I think a couple Seraphim could probably, I think they'd have a good chance of grabbing Kobe and leaving. I don't think they could obviously beat Blackbeard, but I think they might have a chance to grab Kobe and dip. I think that's possible. Right, so he's talking about Egghead, and we skip back to Luffy's group. So basically, we find out that Egghead is the name of this island, and this is an enemy territory, and it's a navy base. So Bonnie starts talking about Luffy being an emperor, and this is pretty cool. So she notices that in his new bounty, he has like white hair and all this stuff. So they have Gear 5 in the bounty, and Luffy basically explains that this is when he is totally free, right? So she can't believe that he's an emperor, as most people can't either. But we can also see Luffy, like, he looks to have like super good control over his devil fruit. He looks super cartoonish in this one scene, so I guess Luffy is aware of Gear 5 and he understands like what he can and cannot do, even though it seems like he can do whatever he wants in that form. So Bonnie's entire crew and her ship got gobbled up by that monster, and Luffy and Chopper want to get food, and they realize they are on Egghead, which is again Dr. Vegapunk's research lab, and it is said to be 500 years in the future. So that is insane. We get to see Egghead, which is Vegapunk's island. So we are finally going to get to meet Dr. Vegapunk, and obviously this is going to like tie to Frankie in some way. I really hope so. I really hope Vegapunk notices that Frankie has his designs and stuff like that, because that would be really, really cool. And hopefully he like upgrades Frankie's stuff so Frankie becomes stronger and stuff like that. So the big metal monster that beat the shit out of that shark picks up the Sunny, and they are freaking out, right? And there is someone coming out of the machine, and it seems to be a woman, and she's in goggles. And basically they are thanking her for saving them, and she says that she ordered the mecha shark to report and fire, but it tries to keep eating ships, so she had to stop it, blah blah blah. And she says, "Oh, you naive pirates, I work for the government. Despite my mediocrity, they like to call me their scientific genius. You can call me Dr. Vegapunk." So Vegapunk is looking kind of fine. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's crazy. Number two, Vegapunk is a woman. That's unexpected, very unexpected. We saw that guy behind Kuma in like the lab coat and stuff. We kind of thought it was gonna be a guy, but that was a woman. So we got a woman. Yeah, I don't think anybody expected this coming. I don't think anybody could have guessed this. Like every time I see like someone talk about Vegapunk, it's always like some old scientist dude. So this is like a real representation of expectation versus reality. So that's pretty funny. But we get to see Vegapunk, and she is looking amazing. I like her design. And basically, okay, so there are theories that, you know, she's working for the Revolutionary Army and stuff like that, but it seems like she is dead ass working for the government. We don't know why, but she is, and it's pretty insane because she doesn't look that old. She looks pretty young. So hopefully we find out how she knows everything she knows, how the hell Egghead is 500 years advanced. Like, we need to know all this stuff, right? Maybe she comes from like the future or something like that. Who knows? Because we know the time fruit can send people into the future. Maybe some other application of it can send people back in time. Maybe the awakening can send people back in time. Maybe that's possible. I don't know how, but I really do feel like she comes from the future or something like that. Or that, either that or she's just insanely smart. But judging from this, something in me feels like she's gonna join the Straw Hats. I don't know why, but like, it just fits. I just feel like this fits for some reason, but we're gonna find out more in chapter 1062. So if you guys enjoyed today's chapter review, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.